Fasting for days. What's up, man? It's Nylan from sStrength.com. And this week I am starting a prolonged, or not starting, I'm doing a prolonged fast. And basically what that means is, you guessed it, I'm going to be fasting or not eating for a number of days. Now, my goal is 5 days. And barring any health, medical, whatever reasons, that shouldn't be an issue. And once I get to day 5, I may extend it 2 more days. We'll see. Now, this is not the first time I've done a prolonged fast. This is actually my second one. The first one I did, I had been intermittent fasting for a little while before that, but basically what happened was I was reading about prolonged fasting and just doing some research on it, and one day I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it. And I ended up going 3 or 4 days, and then I ended up having one meal in the evening, and then I went another basically 2 days without eating, and then I was gonna go 3 more days, two or 3 more days after that, but I went to the chiropractor because I was having some back issues, and she messed me up. If you are fasting or doing a prolonged fast and you go to the chiropractor, be aware you might leave there feeling nauseous, sick, and so that I tried pushing through that, but that ended that fast for me. So this, like I said, this time is going to be a 5-day fast to start with, and I may prolong it even more. And this time the goal is to not have that meal in between on day 3 or 4 and just go the 5 days. So this, I'm gonna do a video every day. I've gone 24 hours now without eating. It's a Sunday evening. I had some supper last night, Saturday night, and haven't had anything since other than some coffee and water. So this isn't a dry fast where you're not drinking water. I've never done that, and don't know if I will. Maybe I will, maybe not. Who knows? So I'm actually on 24 hours, day 1, and I'm going to just give an update on each day, just in case maybe there's people out there, maybe you want to try it, and this will just give you a little bit of a insight on what you might experience. Now, day 1, you're going to experience hunger. That's obvious. And outside of that, there really isn't much of a difference in terms of your day-to-day life. You don't really experience any energy loss, or I don't, or haven't. It's just going through the day, you're hungry, and you're gonna feel that way. So be prepared. Obviously, you're fasting. It's gonna happen, and I will give you more on what tomorrow brings. But before I end the video, I want to just talk about some of the reasons why I'm doing this fast. And maybe I should have started with this, but the first fast I did, like I said, was very beneficial, and one of the biggest benefits I found was that just simply learning to say no and realizing how much stuff, food and other things, that I don't need. I can go days without needing food, and that just made me realize that there's a lot of other things in my life, outside of food that I don't need. And the just that mental muscle of saying, no, I don't need it. There's lots of things I want, but being able to, firmly say, no, thank you, don't need it, not something I want. And, it really made me think about the things in my life and making sure the things in my life are adding value to me and to my family and to my God. And, that, yes, it ultimately started with food, but it definitely helps to do a prolonged fast in terms of looking at the bigger picture. So I will get more into that as we go through the week. But, for anybody that is interested in fasting, I encourage you to do your research before you start. And Elliot Holtz has some good information, kind of really where I got all my information to start with. And so I encourage you to do your research before you start, but I also encourage you to try fasting. And there are different types of fasting, just in case you wanted to know. You don't have to do a prolonged fast. You can do a 1-day fast. You can do a 2-day fast. You can just do, you can skip a meal, and that's a form of fasting. You're not going to get the benefits, but you can definitely get some benefit in terms of just saying, or just building up the mental strength to say no, and say, no, I don't need this. So if you want to fast or start fasting, like I said, I encourage you to do your research, but those are just some options to get you started. And until next time, when I give you an update on my day 2, strengthen yourself, encourage others, and honor God.